Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here. Welcome to my studio. Today's a little bit different. We have a one-on-one. I'm trying to look at the cameras. I'm looking at you guys. Interaction. It's not something that I haven't done before in this channel. I've done it before about 4 months ago. And I have had other channels where I've done front facing type of content. So we'll get into that and not try to make this video too long, but there's a bunch of hashtags going on here. One, the reason for the video is because Cindy from Scrap Brat has tagged me. She did a video earlier today, which is May 19th, with the hashtags of What's in a Name, which was an initiative hosted by Paper Confessions with Karamia and BB's Closet Creations, and yes, I'm reading. In addition to that, which is where does your name for your channel come from, which we'll do that all in one story. And hashtag face behind hands, because you know, our usual go-to is above filming, which is an initiative from Crafty Linny P. Okay, so she went in to discuss the origination of her name and all of that, and just give a little glimpse of her and her life, of who she is. And so my added initiatives for myself are hashtag May is for me, and the 100-Day Project, because I've been doing that. And I'm on day 80, so I'm 80% done. I had only one little blip, but I gave myself some grace because I've done multiple days with doubled up videos that I didn't do in the count. So that said, I think I'm covered. But this is my 80th official titled video with the number 88 on the thumbnail for that situation that I'm dealing with. And as far as the front facing, I've done this before because I did do a hop between or amongst small crafty channels that I had been coming across. Cindy was one of them, as well as a few others that have also been linked below, and a few that Cindy has linked in her channel description of her video, like Candy, because she collaborates on Finding My Floor, and this here is me trying to find my floor because there's some organization going on, but it's on pause while I do the video, and then I'll get back to breaking all that down and kind of getting into what needs to be done. So so Candy is from Candy's Crafty Creations, and there's just so many other lovely ladies that I have been able to kind of interact with through the chats and stuff like that. And so when Cindy did this morning or earlier today, I said I gotta find some time today. Now it's late. Hopefully I'm gonna get it in technically on the 19th and be my 80th day video. So let's go back to the first hashtag, which is my hashtag, which is May is for me. And I figured this would fit right in with it because I'm wanting my channels to grow. And May, I've been kind of doing a lot of different things, thrifting and whatever. March was all about Mass Make March, ABC April, and I was mass making and just creating, and my channel is growing, which is fabulous. Thank you so much to everybody who's been subscribing. But I did do a call for action for more subscribers to kind of join in my family of, you know, my little world right here, and hoping to get about 500 by July 4th, which there's a video on the 1st of May that explains that whole shenanigans and the giveaway, and that I'm trying to use as an enticement. So, that's my May. Okay, I've already talked about the hashtag 100-Day Project. So, what's in the name and face behind the hands? Let's get into those. So, face behind the hands, right? Here are the hands, here are the face. So basically I am a high school math teacher who crafts. I've always kind of crafted in some way, shape, or form, but really got into the scrapbooking, the card making, and all of that stuff when I was pregnant with my daughter, who is now 18. And I had to stay home because it was a high risk kind of situation, and my nesting was to watch YouTube, and I discovered Stamping Up, and the story goes on from there. Tried to be a demonstrator, Here we are 18 years later. She's graduating from high school, and I am doing my YouTube thing. Now, this is not the first time that I've done YouTube. I have other channels that are kind of dormant. I did have a channel when I first made a YouTube channel. It was called Scrappy Gamer DDS. And so that kind of goes into a little bit of what's in a name. So I had everything that was based upon Scrappy Gamer DDS, and the reason for that was that scrappy, scrapbooking, that kind of thing was happening with me. Gamer, I'm a board gamer. I haven't since the vid, because it's a very social, interactive kind of thing, and it was hard to get people together. And then I relocated out to East Islip, where I live now, on Long Island, and I don't really have a community here of gamers, or it's not the first type of community that I searched up for. So I do love it, but it's right now on the back burner. And then DDS, well, those are my initials, the Doctor of Dental Surgery. I always laugh because my initials have always had that little, cutesy thing about it. I don't think my parents were thinking about it when they picked my names and stuff like that. So that's where the DDS comes from. And so being the person to want to brand things and not, I guess, being as creative or trying to get something that could stand the test of time, I kind of came up with that. But the channel was a mishmash, and I had crafting stuff and board game stuff, and it kind of lost a little bit of its steam. Yeah, during the vid time, and I was remote teaching, I was doing a lot of content there. The videos are still there, they're still over there. When I moved to East Islip out here, I decided to make another channel. And I came up with Didi Does Stuff, which I was doing a lot more of makeup hauls, nail polish hauls, some content on me doing get ready here and there, but not a lot. No nails, no makeup. It just something that kind of, I enjoyed it and stuff, but then life started to life, and things just transpired, and I just haven't put those two aspects of a hobby or enjoyment on me for quite a while. So that was another channel, Didi Does Stuff, right? So Didi, me, does stuff, and it was going to be a little bit of everything. Oh, my tarantulas, I have a few videos over there because I have tarantulas and whatnot. And so yeah. But then as time went on, I wanted to get back into crafting. It's like my first mental health kind of like reset, gives me an outlet. I started having talk therapy, and I found that I was doing my journaling for my sessions, and I was gravitating towards writing and drawing, and this and that. Now, I'm not an artist in any way, shape, or form in that way, but I do have creativity to me. So it just came back that I needed to kind of go back to those roots of crafting. So let me just take these up because, I'm not reading anything, and I can't really see. I could see the camera, but I don't need to read anything. So I wound up doing a lot of that. And through my sessions and stuff like that, we've discussed a lot of things about what makes me, what makes me happy and stuff. And, I'm at the age in my life where retirement is far enough away that it feels out of reach, but the rest of my body falling apart and stuff is making it want to be right there tomorrow. So crafting has been something that has given me time to just be introspective, just to have fun, enjoy the process, be creative, loving the challenges. I like a good goal, like I said. And so I decided to start another channel. And my issue was that I wanted the channel to be focused on one thing. And it's hard because you have a name and you want that name to be reflective of what it is that you are doing on the channel. And I thought Scrappy Gamer DDS, to me back then, kind of pulled it apart. But I love to stick my initials, right? Even Didi Does Stuff, there's a lot of D's and S's in there. And I love a good alliteration. But I decided to go to something that seemed a little more professional opportunity where I could put it anywhere, and it could be for anything. So DDS, my initials, Studios, 72 date of birth. So yes, you can do the math. I'll let you go right ahead. But I'm 54. I just turned 54. So, but I wanted to have an umbrella name that I could have my Etsy store, which that has been a work in progress. The crafting has been more of a focus than fixing the store. And just, having written or put together some coloring books on Amazon. I needed to have a brand name. So it just made sense to make it something that was a little more open with the word studios. And that this is bothering you. I'm sorry, I talk on my hands. Not that I'm Italian. I'm of Puerto Rican descent, but I was born here, raised here. My parents came rather young. So that's what's in the name. So the name comes from my initials, the studio being something or a place where you would be creative and have an outlet of creativity, and you'd be I don't want to say create so many times, making stuff, right? And then 72 is just to slap a number on there, and it all just comes together. So I know that some people, when they say my name, they don't realize that there is actually 2 S's, so it's like DDS Studios 72. So I'll just clarify that right now. It's just what it is. People have, it's like what I did to my daughter. I put an extra D in the middle of her name because, she didn't have my last name. She has her dad's. And so I just slapped my little, branding on her. So, so that's, that's where that channel name has come from. I've had a few, they've evolved, but they've always had that personality of me, my initials, my name, etc. being part of it. Why do I craft? Basically, I've always enjoyed it. And like I said, it's become something of a therapy for me, and hopefully some kind of a, I'm not going to say a financial thing, because it's hard. It's hard. Etsy's hard to keep on top of. It's a goal, but it's not right now. It's a goal, and I'm trying, but I haven't had the time to put in. I've been in the crafting mode. And so where I'm at right now is to just enjoy my time and bring some content to you guys. Most of my videos, I feel, are a lot teachy, meaning I really want to make sure that I'm showing you how to do something. And I've said it before, like, I don't feel like I have the clout or the ability to just be like, hey, watch me make something, unless I am specifically showing you something. I've tried it a little bit in May. I've made a few videos of me just like, oh, I found some stuff, let's just make something. But I still find myself trying to give you little tips and tricks when I think it's something that is useful. And so I think that's always going to be ingrained in me, that teachery part of it, which, tends to make the videos a little bit on the long side. I'm a kind of a long content, 1 hour kind of creator. Why am I squinting? It's not like it's outside in the sun. Oh my god. So yeah, just I have notes here. I wanted to make sure. Let me actually put the eyeballs back. So yeah, so basically, I want the channel to grow. I would love for this to become something much, much more. I do see myself retiring from regular work in the future. Do not think that this is going to supplement in any way, shape, or form my actual living. But if it could supplement somehow my crafting, that would be awesome. And so yeah, yeah, that's me. That's the face. This is who it is behind these hands. Yeah, I'm gonna, evolve the channel. I ask for feedback all the time. I've joined in a tons of challenges. I kind of see that a lot of people have good structure, and like the days are for certain things, and I was trying that out for a little bit. This month I've just been all over the place. So today is Tuesday. Usually it's Test Me Tuesdays, which I was trying because I love myself a good alliteration. But today is, well, I'm testing being on the screen. Second test. But I've got things that I've really connected with, and they'll be in part of the channel regardless. And so hopefully if you decide to subscribe and go go back and watch some other stuff. The titles usually will tell you what's going on there. I don't try to be too obscure unless I want it to be a surprise. But for the most part, I think I try to make it clear because you want people to be able to find you for what you're doing, that they may actually have interest in that thing. So I want to just say I'm all over the place. I'm not usually, yes, it's like the squirrel thing, right? But it's because this is just like off the cuff. Cindy tagged me. Thank you, Cindy. And I said, you know what? Let's just do it. Why not? Because we developed our friendship for me having seen one of her videos and a few other ladies, because I was looking for channels that were smaller. Yes, we love the big content creators with the following, 50K, whatever it is, and they have their own little community that they're all friends. And then we have the smaller channels who feel isolated out in this, whatever. So in the world, trying to get recognition, trying to get viewership, trying to just make a difference in their own lives, which is part of why I do it, and also in the difference in, you guys' lives, because I hope that, you're watching people because you're getting something out of it, some kind of connection. So if you connect with me, please subscribe. That would be awesome. If you think you know somebody who might connect with me as well, please share the video. But down in the description, you're going to find a listing of the ladies and the channels that I have come to watch on a regular. There's a few other ones that I'm going to be adding in there specifically for tagging. Some of the challenges that I participate, I'm going to tag those challenges, those channels, and then the big channels that I normally watch and who kind of stuck me into junk journaling, they'll be tagged below. So hopefully you'll look in the description, you'll see a bunch of people there that you already know probably, but maybe you'll see some people that you didn't know, and you can swing by them, give them a little shout out, go check them out. I will say the same thing like a lot of small creators are saying, that I've noticed, is that, like the video when you started. You could always unlike it if we do something to offend you. Those likes matter. Comment interaction would be awesome. A TFS, thanks you for sharing, a little heart, a comment on what we did. If we ask a question, actually answering the question in the comments would be fantastic. And watching the video to the end. If you jump off, ding, then YouTube goes ding and throws us out, with the bathwater. So really, if you're going to watch a small creator, try to give the small creators a chance by watching. If you can, and you're doing something else, throw us up on in the background and, have us be your ambient noise. And that will help some of our channels to grow, because we have subscribers and we are getting people joining our channels, but the watch time and that also matters. So since Cindy tagged me and also mentioned, to kind of watch us to completion, I want to echo that same thought and same call to action in that respect. So yeah, I think I'm going to be done. Almost 20 minutes. Not so bad. Hopefully you've lasted this long and you will come back to watch me actually craft, or I've inspired you to go back and look at some things and see if maybe after a couple videos you decide then that you want to subscribe. That would be awesome as well. If you just subscribe now, hey, tell me in the comments, new subscriber, why did you subscribe? I would love to know what it was that made you click that, click that icon and hopefully ring the bell. So until next time, ciao, ciao. Bye.